Hey everybody, welcome to a Wiser Systems pod webcastinar, where we will be talking about how you can get away with doing a real RTLS pilot with a credit card.
Yeah.
Depending on, of course, your budgetary thresholds of that credit card. But essentially, the way the Wiser system is architected is all of the complicated signaling and time synchronization and all that is wireless. So that allows us, one, to have much better non-line of sight communicativity, but it counts. Communicativeness, and but it also, because of wireless time synchronization, allows you to set up smaller meshes. And you could even do so with power over power banks, power on wall warts, or power over Ethernet, which is traditional in the larger deployments. And what that all means is you can get a small portion of your facility set up entirely with the Wiser system running a full system, full server, full everything in just a small area, and it'd be completely analogous to how you would do it for the rest of your site. And that can be also dependent on the IT environment it's in.
Right, and you can expand that exact setup out. It's not just a small version, it's you add on to it.
Yeah, it's almost like modularly, essentially.
Right, that's, yeah.
And so you could do a fairly large portion of your facility for $20,000 or under, but a lot of times corporate credit cards are around like $5,000 or under. So you could do maybe 75 foot by 75 foot section. It really depends. It can be obviously a little longer, a little shorter, broader, depending on the topology of your plant. Let us know, we'll help you determine that. But we like to point it out because we see, yes, it's a cool system. Yes, I want to do it. You really need to know it works, and you can do this at a much lower risk level if you're able to kind of just approve this under your standard thresholds, right? Just use your kind of your standard operation budget to do a quick pilot on site. This is of course going to come with our help as well, either remotely, if you're in Singapore, or on site if you're in the domestic lower 48. So we will actually come on site with you, and you can do this on your traditional IT network. If you have like an OT network or some pilot network you can use internal to your site, again, completely on-premise system if you wish it to be, but there are other options as well.
So our sort of default, as Logan just said, is on-premises, installed on your hardware, your VM, and that's perfectly fine. A lot of our customers do that. We can also do it where we manage it on the cloud, and it would just need a network connection back. Or we can do a Wiser box on site, and we can also supply the network gear, all of it, so it's a complete self-contained thing. And that can stay fully on premises, so we have no outside access, or we have customers that choose to have a cell connection that lets us fully manage it, set it up, all of that stuff for them without ever touching their network. All it needs is power.
Right.
Power, put up your antennas, and off you go.
Air gapped,
right,
so to speak.
Yeah.
So the terminology there, and to be fair, we've done that at these different. This isn't like a theoretical. We've had to do this at different facilities. So pretty intimately familiar with corporate IT and the loopholes they throw in the hoops you have to jump through. So, but basically, the whole point of this video is if you have a smaller amount of discretionary funding that you have and you can spend it on a project, you would likely be able to get not a facsimile, not a test, not a demo kit, not an evaluation kit, but an actual solid small portion of your facility of the way the system would actually be deployed, the actual tags, the actual software, and it can then just be added to if it does what you need it to do. We're obviously confident it will, but it can be really nice to do that and see it on site for a lower cost amount.
Right, and you can also, the data connections, the API are there as well because it's the real software.
Yep.
So you can start testing or building out whatever you want to do with that data. If you want to log it, if you want to analyze it, all that comes with that smaller setup.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, and we're going to make this 30-second video, 30 minutes in no time, but I am glad you mentioned that because if you are savvy, you can actually get ROI out of the pilot. And I've seen a few of these facilities do this. If you target an area of interest, it may just be a 50-foot by 100-foot rectangle. But if knowing when certain tags are moving in and out of that area or where they're spending the most time is of value already, make the pilot that area. You'll have all of that raw data to analyze, right? So anyways, to make a long story long, you can get a small portion of your facility set up at a lower cost, right? And you can actually get a larger portion of your facility set up still under probably 20,000. But usually it can be very helpful to see this. So if you're interested, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or whatnot, just reach out through any of the means available, social media, as well as through our website, contact us forums, give us a ring, or any of the support@sales@wisersystems.com emails.
Yep, sounds good.
So appreciate you guys watching. If this was of any interest, just let us know, and hey, we'll get you a pilot for a credit card.
Yeah.
So, sounds good, guys.